Okay, well, welcome to lockdown, worldwide lockdown. Can you believe it? Hey, well, ladies and gentlemen, 8 billion people in the world, and the majority of us are at home right now. Think about that. Pretty amazing, if you ask me. That's magic, I tell you. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of time. But anyway, here we are at the Marriott household, and luckily for me, I don't stay here alone. There's quite a few of us live here, and these guys here have seen me do many of my things, obviously, metal bending, the hypnotic stuff. I mean, guinea pigs, you know, I need them. And we have a house full of them here. So, what we're going to do is try a little experiment. Is that all right? Yeah? Now, I see you got your phone with you. I want you to open up your browser for me, okay? Just go ahead and do that. Whilst you're doing that, I'd like to introduce you this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an envelope with the word predicción. Do you like my Spanish? With the word prediction inside it is, yes, you guessed it, a prediction. We're going to come to that a little later on, okay? So, are you in your browser?
Yeah.
Yep. What I want you to do is go ahead and go to colors.xyz. Now, what that should do, that should open up a web page, a website that allows you to access free online colouring pages. Okay? How are we doing?
Yeah, right there. Is that it?
Yep, that looks like it. Let's take a look. So here we are. We got colours. Now, if we can scroll down a little bit, let's have a look. Here's some of the most popular ones. Oh, look, find more. Well, I presume that takes you back to Google. Okay, now if you look, there's quite a few different pictures. You see them all scroll across there. Yeah. So lots of different free ones that you can pick from straight away. So it's pretty cool. But let's pick a simple one for now. The bowling pins I've gone for here. Now. Okay. You see what happens now if you were just to tap on this without choosing a colour, nothing would happen. Sure. So you literally have to choose a colour, okay, and then you can start colouring things in. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Now you can colour things in the same, but we're not going to do that. We're going to make sure that we've got a different colour every time. All right. Okay. Even these bands here, you can colour the bands in there, but I don't want you to worry about the bands. Okay. We're just going to use the pins and the ball, because then there's five colours. Sure. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, if for some reason you make a mistake, this one here will delete the last one that you had. Okay, and this one will reset everything back to the beginning. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want you to take hold of that for me.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing, and it's very important. I'm going to look away, okay? And as I look away, all I want you to do is just go ahead and I want you to pick any colour at all for me, okay? But don't let me see and don't tell me. Let me know when you've picked a colour, of course. Yeah, you got one?
Yeah.
Great. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and let's colour in, let's say, the first bowling pin. So the one on your left. Does that make sense?
Yeah, got it. Done.
Okay. Now I want you to go ahead and pick another colour. Absolutely free choice. Different colour though. You got one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want you to go ahead and let's pick the last bowling pin this time. Let's go with the last bowling pin.
Done.
You know that? Excellent, excellent. So now go ahead and pick another colour for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and I want you to let's colour the bowling ball in this time. The bowling ball.
Sure. Done deal.
And we got what? 2 pins left?
2 pins, 2 colours.
Yep. So go ahead, pick another colour.
Okay.
You got that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want you to do the second bowling pin now?
Okay.
Yep. And then there's just one left.
Yeah.
So go ahead, take that final colour, colour in that last pin.
Okay, got it.
All done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, did that feel like an absolutely free choice to you?
Yes.
Yeah? There was no way that I could possibly have known. I haven't chatted with you before about this. Nothing like that.
Nothing.
Now, you remember at the beginning I put a prediction down on the table?
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it. Why don't you, in fact, turn your phone round first of all, okay? Now let's have a look at that. I'll hold your phone for a minute. I'm not going to do anything with it. Just hold it there. Go ahead. I want you to take the prediction out for me. Hope everyone can see that at home there. And let's hold it up. Let's take a look. Is it? Is it?
Insane.
Look at that! An absolute match. That is really, really awesome. And that's pretty cool, isn't it?
That is flipping. That is
You
very
think? That's amazing, amazing, amazing. But you know what? That isn't really what I wanted to say. But no, great, excellent. So I want you to just go back to the homepage for me, and just go and hit Google. Let's go on to Google. Okay, Google Images. All right. Now here's what we're going to do. I want you to do a little search for me. Okay, this is what I wanted to try out. I want you to search somebody called Sigmund Freud. Okay, you know the name?
Never heard of it, but
That looks about right. Yep, give that a search for me. Excellent. Now, this gentleman here, let me just show everybody at home. This gentleman here, this is Sigmund Freud, okay? Now, this gentleman here, he is the godfather of psychoanalysis. All right. So basically, he would say that your subconscious mind can remember everything, every little detail, and it can impact the way that you play out your life without you consciously really being aware of it. You've heard of that kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I thought we'd test that out, and the good way to test it out is test it out with some image of Sigmund Freud himself. But we're going to need an image where he's not just a picture of him. Maybe some things around it. There's like that one there with him on the desk. Let's have a look. So, yeah. Okay. Now, let's just show everybody at home this one. Okay. So, it's a nice picture. You can find this if you go Google search Sigmund Freud. Have a look for yourself. Okay. But the good thing about this picture is, as you can see, there's lots of different things. There's the man himself, but he's got a desk with all different stuff on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to test a bit of this there. I'm going to test your memory. So, I'm going to have you look at this picture, okay? And it's very important as well that as you're looking at it, you make sure that Caden can also see the picture, okay? So hold on to that for a minute. Now the idea is, I want you to almost try and take a mental shot of the picture. But Caden, before you start looking, here I have a pocket watch, okay? Now it's an old pocket watch, it's no longer ticking. All right, but if we pop this up like that, now if I turn, either way, the hands turn, you see? Yeah? So what I want you to do, I want you to hold that, and I want you to keep turning it for me. Just keep turning it backwards, forwards, backwards, whatever you like, but I want you to look at this picture along with your dad, okay? So look at that picture as well for me, all right? Now, this is great because your minds just sync together being father and son, so this should be really awesome. Now, I'm only going to give you a couple more seconds to look at that picture, and when I say stop, I want you to stop twisting the time and put your hand over the watch and put the phone onto the side, okay? Stop. Okay? Hand over the watch. Excellent. Excellent. So, we're going to test this out. All right? I want you to go ahead now, without looking back at the phone. Both of you, you can help. What do you remember in the picture? What do you remember?
There's a tree outside.
There's a tree outside. In fact, let's just pop that down there so I can see. Wow, yes, there's a tree outside.
A book on the far right-hand side, towards the end of the picture. Looks like
yes,
a book.
yes.
A big book with some bits and bobs on it.
Yeah, there is a book there. Yeah,
a clock.
There's a clock. Yeah.
Curtains.
Yes, there are curtains.
Okay, he's obviously wearing specs. There's a cigar in his left hand. I think it looks like a cigar.
A cigarette, I think it is. I think, yeah. It's
and nail clippers or something like keys or pens or something like that.
Yeah, there's lots of little bits and
right.
bobs there, so that could be right. Yeah. Do you remember anything there? Just about what your dad said, yeah? Okay, you did well, didn't you? There's also some statues at the back there I noticed that stand out, and a big massive pad, and a few other things like that. So again, just for the people at home to see that, if you can. Okay, so you did pretty well, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed.
Thank you.
But what if I told you, now you remember there was a clock there?
Yes.
You remember the time on the clock?
No, I didn't look.
Interesting. Do you remember the time on the clock? Because here, this would be pretty amazing. Now, you were turning that watch all that time while you were looking at the image, yeah? Have a look at that watch. Give it to your dad. And Dad, tell me what time has he randomly stopped on that, on that clock?
10:36.
10:36.
Yeah.
Yeah? 10:36. Now you could have stopped at any time at all, right? And you weren't looking at the watch, were you? No? And what time did you say?
10:36.
10:36. Is that what it stopped on?
Yeah.
Yeah? Show the people at home. Yeah? Would you like to go ahead and pick up your phone? And I don't know if this worked out. Go ahead and zoom into the clock and tell me, what time does it say on the clock? On this photograph, by the way, it's black and white.
Get out of here.
It's been out there for years. What time does it say?
10:36.
10:36. Can you turn it round? Can we show this camera here maybe? 10:36. Can we hold that up as well? Keep them together. Let's have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe Sigmund Freud really isn't a fraud after all. Cheers, guys.
That's impressive.